Peace, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Human Design Tarot. This video is specifically for manifesting generators. Now, if you don't know what a manifesting generator is, or you're not familiar with human design at all, or any of that, there's links below in the description box where you can figure out, well, first of all, learn more about human design, and then also figure out where you fall within the human design system. But if you just felt called to the title of this video, then you know, maybe it's for you. If it resonates with you, regardless of whether you're a manifesting generator or whether or not you even know what that is, then these messages will be for you. Also, I do tend to leave my videos timeless because, like I said, I feel like tarot readings, you always read them or hear them when you're supposed to. The messages always come when you're supposed to. You're always divinely led to the message when you're supposed to. So I just leave them timeless because inside of tarot, it's just always now. That's how I look at it. So, what do manifesting generators need to know right now? I'm not going to shuffle for very long because I was already shuffling before I turned the camera on. So we have the Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords reverse, Queen of Cups. Okay, so I feel like you're coming out of feeling tired, depleted, worn out, backstabbed. If there were any situations or cycles that maybe you fought to death, or it was just a cycle of feeling something so much that it overwhelmed you, I think you're now telling people that your feelings are more important than that situation. So it just looks like you're really getting into your emotions. And also, I think you finally gotten to the point where, because you know, manifesting generators have so much energy that it can be like you can have so much energy and do so many things to the point that you get tired and you get depleted and you don't even notice. So I think you're finally letting people know that you're not going to do that anymore. I think you're listening to your body, and you're listening to what your body needs to feel more energy and to feel less depleted. I just see that maybe you had a cycle of just moving too fast, doing too much, and you're finally feeling the results of that, the effects of that, I think very physically. There also may have been some things said by other people or things done by other people while you were exerting so much energy that you didn't have the time or energy to pay attention to, and now that you're in a less frantic space and you're finally taking time to relax and listen to your body and listen to your feelings, now you're also feeling what those people said. And I think now that you have time to address, so these may have been like sneak disses kind of behind your back, you know, where people thought that you were so busy or so focused on yourself and whatever you were trying to build for yourself that maybe you didn't notice them talking shit. But now that things have kind of settled down, you're addressing that. You're kind of like, okay, now what was that shit you said? And now everybody's acting like they didn't say nothing. Yeah, if they are acknowledging that they said anything, number one is because your intuition is so strong. So it's like, I feel like you're calling people out, and you're not getting an apology until you call people out, which might be kind of frustrating because it's like, you know, if somebody knows that they were wrong, why do you have to ask them to say so? I just really feel like you are actively working on resting at this time, which is amazing because manifesting generators just go and go and go and go and go. And because things come to them so quickly, you know, life just comes at them fast. That's the energy that fuels them, but it does make them deplete themselves. But I'm just seeing that during this time of taking downtime for yourself, you're just seeing lots of things that you didn't see before, and some of these things are kind of painful. So I think you're trying to, even in your downtime, figure out some activity. There is some activity. Oh yeah, you're trying to figure out specifically who to be mad at. You're just trying to decide what to do. Who do you offer to next in this next cycle of, you know, when you get back up and you start getting back into relationships? And you know, I think you're just trying to figure out, like, who will you trust, who will you not trust, who will you offer to, who will you not offer to, who will you give your energy to? Because I think you have a lot of love to give, and maybe finding out that people was talking shit, you know, just kind of made you feel like you needed to be really independent and move away from certain people. I feel like you're in a phase where you're just trying to figure out how can you, you know, fight those. It's kind of like you want to move away successfully into partnerships that really make you happy. And so on one hand, you're grateful that these people was talking shit because it forced you to stop settling for relationships that ultimately it's like your intuition is telling you these aren't the right relationships for you. So you're kind of grateful that people was talking and not keeping it to themselves, because it allowed you to really hone in on who needed to stay and who needed to go. So on one hand, you're grateful for that, but I think on the other hand, you're grateful for that because it's allowing you to move away and find your own tribe. But on the other hand, it's like you're not going away silently or quietly. You still have things that you want to say to these people. You still want to express your anger or frustration or disappointment, or just let certain people know that you're not going to fuck with them anymore. You're just feeling kind of spicy. You might also be, I just see it as like you're all up in your head about who to give to. And I think also the fact that you couldn't necessarily trust these people and you had to find out maybe that they were talking about you behind your back is confusing you as far as what you even need in relationships, or whether you need people at all, because these may have been people that you really trusted, and so now you might feel kind of dumb for trusting them, for exchanging energy with them, for thinking that this was a connection that, you know, the universe wanted for you, or that kind of like you feel dumb for thinking that this is your tribe. So now you're trying to figure out if you even need a tribe. And I just see that you are coming into a space where you kind of want to keep to yourself. So here's the thing, you want to keep to yourself. You want to snap back at these people, but you don't want to hear shit they have to say. So you kind of want to cuss some people out, but you don't want an exchange with them, because you feel like they said what they said first, and so now you just want to get your say in, get back, and go away and end it. You don't want to fight because there's nothing to fight about. You know what I mean? You just want to stand your ground, hold your peace, but hold your peace after you speak your peace. You know what I'm saying? First you want to speak your peace, then you want to hold your peace. So I don't know how realistic that is though, but that's definitely where you're at with it. So I also see that there's just, hold on. So for some reason it's like, okay. So what I see is that you're getting to the point where you're kind of sitting in a grudge energy. So I know I spoke for a long time about how you're feeling your feelings. Your activity has calmed down. So now that you're feeling your feelings, you're in a space where you have a lot of time and energy to really focus on who did you wrong. And now that I keep shuffling the cards, I'm getting the feeling that feels good to you. It feels good for you to kind of sit and sulk in this energy of mulling over who fucked you over, and it's making it so that it's stressing you out to even think about trying to have new relationships with new people because you're so irritated with how these other people treated you. So it's like now you're just comfortable. You're more comfortable sitting and being pissed with other people than you are going out to meet people who wouldn't do that to you, because Okay, so maybe you don't trust yourself too. Maybe you're feeling like you invested in the wrong things, you invested in the wrong relationships, and so you don't really trust yourself to go out and find people who won't do this to you. So it's easier and it's more comfortable to just sit in the energy of being angry with people who betrayed you than it is to use that betrayal as a motivation to go find people who wouldn't do that. Because I feel like you are really struggling to believe on an emotional level that you can have relationships that are where people honor you and don't hurt you, don't talk about you behind your back, don't choose other people over you. It's like you're just coming out of a very painful cycle, and you're choosing to wallow in it and justify shutting people. I don't even want to say shutting people out. I do feel like you're shutting people out. You're shutting people out who would come in and offer you positive things because you don't trust yourself. But you're, like I said, you do still have something to say to the people who pissed you off, because you just want to make sure that they know that things are over. So you're in a real in-between space, but it's not a productive space. It's it's angry. It's angry, man. Like you feel kind of burdened. You're feeling burdened. You're feeling alone. Like you need to carry this load alone. Like you need to do everything alone. And that's stressful too, because you like to do a lot of things. So you probably need a squad, you need a team. Otherwise you burn yourself out, but you don't trust nobody. Just because you saw some things that I think somebody dropped some secrets, manifesting generator. And they hurt the fuck out your feelings. So I feel like that message is really, really clear. Let's get some advice. What's the advice from my manifesting generators? What's the advice from my manifesting generators? What's the advice from my manifesting generators? Okay, the first advice is self-care. You really need to nurture yourself. Okay, first of all, you need to figure out what do you care about. Because everybody ain't gonna love you. Everybody ain't gonna do you right. Everybody ain't gonna treat you right. Everybody ain't gonna stick up for you. Everybody ain't gonna be loyal. It's a lot of disloyal motherfuckers in the world, and that's just what it is. But you can't let that change who you are as a person, and I feel like that's what's going on. So you need to figure out what you care about very clearly. Who do you care about? And not based on whether or not they cared about you. Not based on, I only fuck with the people who fuck with me. Because you could have the wrong people fucking with you. And then you fucking with them and maybe you shouldn't be. Or you could have people who you should fuck with who just maybe need forgiveness, but you're not going to fuck with because you're so upset. So you really have to figure out who you care about, whether they betrayed you or not, because the love in your heart is for you, you know? It's for you first, then it's for others. But you're the first person who feels it. So if you care about someone, then that's how you'll figure out what are the rules for your relationship with that person moving forward. You don't just have to put that person out of your life, but if you care about them, then you can at least venture forth a conversation to say, hey, I care about you. So then you might need to express, like if there's someone who said some messed up stuff about you, but you care about this person, and then maybe you just need to tell this person exactly what you heard. Tell this person exactly what was said. And, yeah, you need to communicate. You need to express what's going on with you. Because I think right now you're keeping it to yourself, except in a mean way. So I'm also seeing this like maybe somebody, maybe you heard that somebody said or did something behind your back, and instead of verifying it with this person, you're just treating this person like it's true. And I feel like that's it's draining your energy. It's draining your energy, because if you care about this person, then it's like you're punishing yourself, because you're turning your back, you're creating distance between you and this person. But if this is someone that you care about, then you at least owe it to yourself to find out the truth. You owe it to yourself to find out if this is true. And the person who told you this information, I mean, you know, what if they're lying? Have you considered that? Have you considered that maybe they just want to come in between you and this person? So you got to figure out who you care about. Do you care about the person who told you the information, or do you care about the person who the information was about? Because if you care about the person who the information was about, then you owe it to yourself to go to that person. Now, if you care more about the person who told you the information, then hey, then that's the person that you trust, that's the person that you love, and that's the person that you rocking with. But if that's the case, I don't see why this extremely resentful energy would be coming up. I feel like you care more about the person that you heard was talking shit on you, but you got so hurt that you didn't verify with this person. And so now the person who told you the information is like, they got you off your square, they got you to get out your body, they got you to get, you know, like, get out of your emotions, and they got you to be by yourself. They came in between you and someone who you probably would normally connect with. Yeah. And that's not what you want. So I'm just going to bring it back to the advice is saying, talk to the person that you care about. You know, let there be some new energy between you. And if this was just some petty shit, he said, she said shit, if you really care about this person, then you can move on from that and have a new beginning, you know? Because I just feel like the way that you interpreted the situation was just leaving you kind of stuck and leaving you feeling alone. And if there's people that out there that love you and care about you, there's no reason why you should be alone. There's no reason why you should feel that way, you know? So I think you just need to kind of correct your judgment on this, manifesting generator. I'm sensing that very strongly. If somebody told you somebody was talking about you behind your back, you need to go directly to the person. Don't just take that shit at face value. Go to the person. Even if you're worried, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You know what I'm saying? They tell you the truth. They tell you that you're wrong. Or that they're happy. They may be happy to see you. They may be happy that you actually asked them what was up, instead of just trying to treat them shady without them knowing why. You know, sending them out in the cold without them knowing why. So, yeah, I think if you're feeling unhappy, then a good way to center yourself, to figure out where to go from there, I'm going to say again, is figure out who you care about. And whoever you care about in this situation, that is the person that you need to go to. Okay? And I think things will just kind of work out from there. But once again, I just see you also kind of resting, relaxing, but just try to focus that energy, instead of focusing it on who did you wrong. Focus it on who you care about. And then you'll know what to do after you're done resting. Okay? I hope this reading was helpful to you, manifesting generator, and I thank you so much for tuning in. All the description, all the information that you need about my channel, about personal readings, about human design in general is below in the description box. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.